This is everything I did for my boyfriend today as a stay-at-home girlfriend. The first thing I always do is make him a coffee. Day of my life as a stay-at-home girlfriend. I first did my skincare routine, then I did some ice rolling and some journaling, and I made the bed.
I'm just here to say there are so many benefits of getting married. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be talking about why you should get married and this trend of the stay-at-home girlfriend on TikTok. So I've been seeing a lot of videos on YouTube and on TikTok of women being stay-at-home girlfriends. And again, I'm not here to knock anyone who chooses to be a stay-at-home girlfriend. I'm just saying, like, if that's what you want to do you. But I am also saying that there are so many benefits of just getting married. So this trend of the stay-at-home girlfriend is actually pretty prevalent in our society today. A lot of people in my generation, millennials and Gen Zers, are not getting married. A major study with the Pew Research Center actually found that 25% of millennials are likely never to be married. And this could be because of, shifting attitudes towards marriage in general and this patriarchal institution that only benefits men. But really, marriage benefits both the man and the woman, and it also benefits your children if you decide to have children in the future, starting with your health and your happiness. A major study of 127,545 American adults found that married men are healthier than men who never married or whose marriages ended in divorce or widowhood. Men who have marital partners also live longer than men without spouses, and men who marry after age 25 get more protection than those who tie the knot. So this could be because of just the fact that having somebody around to tell you like, hey, like maybe, you should get more rest, or hey, maybe you should, eat this instead of eating that, or eating healthier, or hey, why don't we exercise more? Stuff like that. Having somebody with you as a partner is very beneficial. We're social creatures. We need to have people around who could help us and support us. We all need that support. And I feel like this is what goes into this study. The authors concluded that partners can provide each other with a unique kind of social support and help each other overcome some of life's biggest challenges. Having someone with you as a partner for life is so beneficial. And to me, it's different than just having someone who you're dating, having someone who's your boyfriend or girlfriend, because really, like, they're not bound to you. Like, yes, they're supporting you. And yes, you guys can say, like, you guys are committed to each other. You can be committed to each other without being married. Yes. But when you do get married, when you do have that ceremony and go in front of witnesses and say, yes, we are going to stay together and we are going to be committed to each other until death do us part. When you do that, and when you, of course, get the state involved, you really give yourself the protection and really the accountability to stay together. I think that's really what the difference is between being married and just being together as boyfriend and girlfriend. And not just happiness that can come in marriage. Of course, like there are unfortunately marriages that do fall apart and marriages that, don't work out. But this video is for people who are thinking about marriage, or maybe you're dating someone and you've put off marriage altogether and that person is the one, you want to stay together with that person forever. I'm talking to you. And also, I think the happiness aspect goes into just not being alone. Like we are social creatures. And of course, there are people out there who are just like, oh, I don't ever want to be married. I don't ever need a partner. I like my space. I get that. I understand that. But, again, we are social creatures, and it does help having someone around who can support you and who can be there for you during your lowest times. And I'm sure you could say, oh, that's what friends are for, that's what family's for. Yes, that is what they're for. But really, it's different when you're married. You have someone literally living with you and going through life with you on the day-to-day basis, sleeping in the same bed as you, and just really knowing you on a deeper level than I believe any friend or family member could. Another thing that I think goes into the happiness aspect is money. And whoever said money doesn't buy happiness didn't know what they were talking about. I don't want to sound shallow, but when you grow up like me in a low income family, it's hard not having money. It's hard thinking like, oh, when are we going to get food again? When is the electricity going to come back on? It's hard and it brings so much stress on you. You don't feel stable, you don't feel secure, you don't feel safe, you don't feel full because there's nothing to eat. So when you can have that stability, that economic stability, that financial freedom, it really is a huge weight off of your shoulders. And marriage can bring that. Not only are you, when you bring the government into, when you get married to a person, you are, yes, connecting two hearts together and two families together, but you're also connecting two paychecks and two tax statuses together. What do I mean? So when you get married, you actually can save a lot of money by filing jointly. And not only that, you enter, of course, into a higher tax bracket, stuff like estate, like when you pass away, you can leave like this and that and this amount of money to your spouse and to any future children, of course. Well, this is an article from The Atlantic, and it found that over a lifetime, an unmarried people can pay upwards of 1 million more than their married counterparts for healthcare, taxes, and more. And that can just be, because of sharing finances, or if you're a stay-at-home mom and you stay at home and while your husband works, you save money on like making sure the house is clean, making sure that you have meals prepared, making sure that the children are taken care of, not going to daycare and stuff like that. Or if you choose to stay at home and teach your children, you can save money on childcare and school costs. So all of that tying in, like finances and everything, you can save up to $1 million just by tying the knot. When you get married, you cover yourself financially and make sure that you're okay, so that if the marriage does end in divorce, unfortunately, yes, it does happen. If the marriage does end in divorce, you are covering yourself financially so that you're taken care of. And marriage does oftentimes bring more stability to children. Of course, there are situations where you're married to someone, people are married and it's just a mess and it's a wreck. The marriage is a mess. There's abuse, there's emotional abuse, there's physical abuse, financial abuse on the children, on the spouse. There was another large study from the Institute of Family Studies. While the Pew survey found most Americans believe cohabitators can raise children just as well as married couples, Wayne countered that, in fact, children are more likely to thrive in stable families, emphasis on stable, and married family is overall more stable for children than a cohabitating family. And again, I think that goes into that economic stability. Like we know that mom and dad are married and they're together. So if anything were to happen, we would be okay. And of course, there are things like child support and stuff if you are cohabitating with another person. But again, I do believe that being married and having children, it does provide that stability to your children, because like again, like you're dedicated to each other, you're dedicated, the state is involved, so we are dedicated to each other no matter what. We're going to be together. So I just want to end this video just to say, I don't think you should just get married just to get married, like, oh, I'm going to save all this money, let me just find somebody that I can just marry. Like, no, like marriage is serious, it's serious business. You should get married to a person that you can see yourself living a life with. You've talked about things. I actually did a video about getting married and everything. Like, it's serious business. You should sit down. If you have somebody that you want to marry, sit down, talk to them about like finances. What is finances going to be like before we get married? And what are your goals in life? Where do you see yourself in a few years? Stuff like that. That's very, very important. I don't think anyone should just enter marriage willy-nilly. So yeah, I hope this video blessed you, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.